Yeah, what's up, family? Here we go. If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Fam, going straight in on this automatic clown, Derek Chauvin, found guilty of murder, a total waste of taxpayer dollars, a trial that shouldn't happen in a civilized society. So what does that tell us? We live in an uncivilized society because ain't no way that somebody in their right mind would see a person with their knee on somebody's neck for 8 minutes, for any amount of time. That person dies, and there's a question whether or not they caused the person's death. Only in America do you get somebody to say, well, he did drugs, a few days before he died, he passed away, he did some drugs, or he did drugs right before I put my foot on his neck. So therefore, since he did drugs, then I'm not liable for killing him. All that money, all those experts, all that time to come to a conclusion that the whole entire world knew from Jump Street. In fact, the uncivilized mutt himself knew. He was so cavalier, hands in pocket, knee on neck, a man underneath you, begging for his life. Let's say let's say you was not really aware, you wasn't keenly aware that the man was actually dying. For some reason, you just a dummy, a super dummy. You don't know that you're killing the man. The man said, I can't breathe. How many times? Dozens. And you don't show any mercy? Okay, I can understand if you're going out to kill somebody who tried to kill you, or it's somebody who had it coming. He brought it on himself, like it was going down. It's, hey man, all is fair in love and war. It's a declaration of war. I get it. Hey man, anything goes. But you're a public servant, and you're supposed to be de-escalating situations. You went to show up, so-called, to bring civility to the situation, and instead you turned up like the uncivilized mutt you was trained to be. You murdered a man. And if that ain't enough, fam, like while we're waiting on the verdict, the police killed a 15-year-old girl in Columbus, Ohio. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But right now, so going in, this dude, if you've been living under a rock for the last year, it was about a year ago today that George Floyd lost his life as a result of Officer Derek Chauvin pressing his knee on his neck for over 8 minutes. This happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, as the verdict was announced for his guilt, Derek Chauvin, he darted left to right, with his eyes like looking over or piercing over his mask. The thing about this dude is if you watch him during the trial, including the moment that the verdict was announced. He was very stoic, and he portrayed, I mean, he betrayed little else in the way of emotion. Like he looked like a killer. You know, like all of like the shooters, the mass murderers, you know, the terrorists, the domestic terrorists. He looked like one of them. That's that same look they all have. They all are sitting there like, just sitting there like, I'm white. What are you gonna do about it? They got that look. They got that same kind of look. But it's almost, but that look also entails something. Like it's something very telling about that look. That look also says, because I'm white, I think I could get away with this. I mean, have we tried everything? Have we tried the mental health issue? Oh, wait a minute, I'm a cop. 99.9999999% of the time, don't matter what I do, I'm gonna get off because I am a cop. And you know, we operate above the law. I mean, what other profession in the entire universe can commit crimes and investigate themselves and find themselves not guilty, to not even be guilty of a crime? Where else can you do that? I mean, where else can you go and get that kind of action? Nowhere. So Chauvin was convicted of second and third degree murder, as well as second degree manslaughter. He stood up quickly after the judge ordered his bail revoked and compliantly placed his stanky, raggedy, musty, bloody hands before himself to be handcuffed and led out of the courtroom. If convicted, this mutt faces up to 75 years in prison. Well, not if convicted, but during the sentencing phase, he faces up to 75 years in prison. So here we are. Once again, you know, what's crazy is that that was a collective sigh after the verdict was announced. There was some jubilation, but that was a collective sigh more than anything, because, you know, this is happening in the wake of so many police shootings, and cops have not been held responsible, right? They just get off time and time and time and time again. They just murder with impunity. You know, it had been just over a week ago that Dante Wright was murdered by the police in a traffic stop. And it's been about 5 years since Philando Castile was murdered in cold blood by the police. About 4 years ago, that same officer who murdered him was acquitted. It's been almost 7 years since Black Lives Matter started their protest in the summer of 2014. This following the killing of Eric Garner and Michael Brown. All of these killings were captured on video, save Michael Brown. But it didn't matter. Going back to the Rodney King verdict 30 years ago, didn't matter. They got off time and time and time and time again. Imagine if you or I could just go out and, you know, let's say, you know, we was wicked like them, and we just went out and killed people and we knew we could get off. If you're a wicked person, if you're an uncivilized mutt, then you might be inclined to continue to kill, continue to rob, to steal, to plant dope, to ride around doped up. on cocaine. See, a lot of people underestimate that. They underestimate the statistics of police officers riding around intoxicated, riding around junkied out. Yeah, it's a whole lot of them, fam. It's a big problem. That's why they turn up so fast. They just ready to jump out the car, sniffing that cocaine, just jumping out, kicking and hitting and all that kind of stuff. Doped all up, fam. Yeah. They underestimate that. See, it's a culture. And as long as they're recruiting the culture, they're recruiting them to do exactly what they do. That's why they had no problem knowing that the eyes of the world was on Minneapolis and police brutality, police stretching their authority, abusing their authority. Knowing that the eyes of the world was on Minneapolis, they killed the 15-year-old girl just minutes before the verdict. What does that tell you? See, this is them like rubbing it in the people's face, saying it don't matter what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna do what we do. And another thing, don't underestimate the ones who are gonna turn up even more and kill more people out of defiance. See, they do this a lot. Like when a black mayor, a governor, a police chief is hired, the white cops start killing more. They kill more. This is out of defiance. Like, hey man, you know, like this is what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have to get with the program. This ain't gonna stop nothing. You know, you get a black president. Oh, you know, if you notice, they started really turning up after Obama got elected. This is them saying, you know what, this is what we do, and it don't matter who y'all put in office. We're gonna keep on doing what we do. This is what we do, and we still gonna be protected. And the people that protect them, let them know, hey man, this is what we do, baby. We blue killers. This is what we do. Going into the comments. Emily, what's up, Emily? The judge said he will take into account the bystanders being considered victims as well. That is why the prosecution put the 9-year-old on the stand. You know what? That is a good point. I didn't know that, but that is a very good point. The bystanders were victims as well. But you know who else were victims? Everybody who was watching it, who had a conscience. Everybody who watched it, who is about something. Everybody was victimized by watching that shit. It was traumatic. Fam, it did something to your soul watching that. People had to step back. People had to people had to go to therapy after watching that video. It was people went and said, man, I got to have a drink. You know, putting poison in their bodies, smoking, drinking, doing whatever they do, you know, to try to process this uncivilized act. But then they want somebody to respect them. They want respect. So everybody in the world understands that you have to give respect to get respect, but somehow the mutts don't get the memo. And hey, look, fam, ain't no hiding behind the so-called good cop shit anymore. Nah, man, we ain't trying to hear none of that. Yeah, you either with us or you against us. You either with the people or you with the demons. You with the wicked ones. You either with the people or you ain't no damn police against the people. You with the people or you with them damn clowns. You with the fools, the clowns, the dummies, the demons. Who you with? Ain't no us against them. You either with the people or you with These dudes, man, these dudes a trip, man. Yolanda Williams, he can't put his hands in his pocket now with them new braces, new bracelets. Yeah, real talk. Man, well, this make my head hurt, fam. Just talking about this. What's up, Serena? The trip part about it is it's some uncivilized mutts watching right now. They watching this right here and they mad at me for talking about it. I ain't killed nobody. They mad at me for talking about it. They mad at me for being frustrated about it. They mad at me for being angry about it. Be mad at me, sucker. I don't give a damn. I don't walk on eggshells for y'all. Y'all don't scare me at all. I mean, nothing about you scare me. I was just in a restaurant earlier today with a young lady, and we were actually like around. We was actually in this at this restaurant where it was predominantly white people. It's like outdoors. It's just like we was like maybe one, two. We were probably like 10 black people in there out of. No, we probably like 7 or 8 black people in there out of maybe 75 or so. And she was like, it's kind of nervous around, all of these, white people, like these type of white people. Because it was like country music type white people, right? And I told her straight up, see, you ain't got nothing to worry about. They know they beans from their cornbread. Anybody that got it on their mind, they know what's going to happen. They ain't crazy. Because I ain't the one. I ain't the one for real. And I know they understand. They can tell by your disposition when you ain't the one. Now, the place that we was at, it's a cool little spot, and it's frequented mostly by white people. But, the white people, for the most part, that I be around there, they cool people. They all right, But you'll get the Make America Great Again type that'll walk in there too. In fact, there was one in there today that had a Make America Great Again hat on. And I kept staring at that punk, letting him know, like, hey man, I don't like you. And I know what you stand for. And I know you don't want to try this over here. I had, that's the thing, fella. Make sure you reassure your woman when you're in these type of spaces. Make sure you reassure your woman she ain't got nothing to worry about. She got they feel it, fam. Trust me, they feel it. They know the difference. You ever notice how when they do all this stuff to people, man, the people that they do this stuff to, they always like the really like friendly black people. Like, I ain't saying I'm an evil person or I'm not friendly. I can be friendly, but I don't really have a friendly disposition. And it seems like they kind of know who to mess with and who not to based on, a person's disposition or whatever, and maybe how they respond to them the first time they interact with them. They kind of, it's just like if anybody who ever been to jail know what I'm talking about. When it come to those COs and stuff, man, they know who to try and who not to try. They know they can try them dudes that be in there talking about boss. Say boss, says, man, I wish I would call a sucker a boss in prison, a CEO, in jail, a CO, a boss. Boss? Shit, and I've been to jail plenty of times. I ain't never called one of them suckers a boss. Not even when I was a kid in jail. A boss? Nah. I call them by their name or officer. That's it. Boss. Sound like a slave. Wish I would call one of them suckers boss. I don't care what my situation is, but I never had no issues with them, fam, because they knew I was a stand-up dude. You know, I didn't mess with nobody, but the word got around real fast when somebody messed with me. And that's all it really takes is one or two times, you know, like if too much time passed by, somebody new come in, they might not know no better. So then you got to, you know, you got to teach them how to treat you. Big Snack Pack, what up? Appreciate you, Big Snack Pack. Beauty is her name. Yeah, I hope you get the max too. I hope you get the ultimate max. I hope you get the max and then can't finish the max. That's what I hope. Yeah, that would be nice. Give him the max, make him be in there a little while, antagonizing and having hope that he gonna spring up out of there. Have him talking to his lawyers, thinking they're gonna get the win an appeal and all that kind of stuff. Have him going through all the changes, everything. Have him, you know, let him get acclimated to eating that slop and being respectful for a change. Like he not gonna have that police. He's not gonna have that police protection. He's not gonna have that badge, that gun. He's not gonna be able to roll up on people and just make people shut up, tell people to shut up, and all that kind of stuff. That's over. So now he finna see what it's really like. Let him feel all of that. I want him to see that. I want him to feel it. I want him to feel it. I want him to go through all of it. I want him to go through that commissary, that situation with the commissary when your commissary come back and it ain't right. I want him to go through people stealing his stuff. In fact, he need to go through something where somebody take his stuff. He needs to go through being afraid, everything. I want him to go through all of it. I want him to go through washing drawers and everything. Yeah, if I was in there with him, I'd make him wash my drawers on purpose. I'd go out of my way. Yeah, make him wash my drawers and my silly drawers. Yeah, I'll put his ass to work and he wouldn't have a choice. He'd do it too. He'll do it or he know what's up. See, all that there don't mean nothing, fam. That badge and that gun thing don't mean nothing once you get behind them bars. Everybody on the same level. Everybody got the same action. Everybody got the same action. Rich or poor, you got the same action. Yeah, if you rich, yeah, you got action at buying some luxuries or whatever. But as far as respect, you get everybody on the same level. Same level. Get your head knocked off. What's up, Bell 7072? Appreciate you. Bell said, love listening to you all the time and really needed to hear your voice today. That's what's up. And that's why I came on live today, fam. You know, if you notice, I haven't been going live lately a lot, but I definitely had to come on here and fellowship with y'all and speak on this because I know that even with this verdict, fam, I mean, people are taking it like a grain of salt. People are taking it with a grain of salt because we know this American judicial system, we know how corrupt it is. We know how prejudiced and biased it is. We know how racist it is. So people are taking it with a grain of salt. And even though you get the W, it really don't feel like it. You know, it's like, it really don't feel like justice, you know, because justice implies that that you were made whole, you know, that was restitution, you know, justice implies restitution. And, you know, there is no restitution. You know, like you can't bring this man back to life, you know, but you can hold him accountable. And that's what happened today. The jury put the wheels in motion to hold them accountable. And the trip part about it is that we're all kind of in limbo emotionally because we know, man, they tricky, fam. They really tricky. And it ain't really about justice in this country. If it was about justice, a whole lot of things would have never happened in the first place. But a lot of things that happen, injustices that happen in this country, and I'm talking about the ones that are like systemic, that are upheld by the system and stuff like that, you know, it's upheld by these local and statewide officials, these people that you vote for. They're the ones. Stop looking at Congress as a whole and break it down and hold your local officials accountable, your local and state officials accountable. Because these are people that you can get in their faces. You can see these people, you can put hands on them. Like, you can really get up on them, up close in person, hold them accountable directly. Trying to hold Congress, just saying Congress and Congress. No, Congress are made up of individuals. Just like I had to tell people to stop saying Facebook, stop saying Instagram, stop saying YouTube. No, it's human beings that work at these places. They're the ones who are making these decisions. It's human beings, you know. They're the ones who are deciding who platform get to stay up and who platform they're gonna take down. It ain't no automatic machine doing all of this. Yeah, that's not how this go. Yeah, that's not how it goes. Golden Melon, John Ados. What's up, John? DMV Nation, what it do? Beat Solution. What's up, Beat Solution? Billy Ray, what up, Billy Ray? What it look like? Michael Gamble. You got that right. This ain't the end, it's only the beginning. Brooklyn, what up? These brothers were in the Proud Boys stormed the Capitol. Some of them expose themselves, meaning the Proud Boys are in uniform. I'm concerned for our young brothers and sisters who are still out in them streets. It ain't all good, fam. It's not. It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's so obvious that you got Proud Boys and skinheads and Aryan Nation members and Klansmen who are police officers. I mean, their behavior is consistent with these type of groups' ideologies. So it's not a surprise. And it's not a surprise that they're doing the stuff that they do. This is why, and Black people got to be more diligent, you know? Can't just keep on letting them get away. Man, y'all know what it is, man. There's only so much I can speak on like that, you know? But y'all know what it is. I think everybody know what need to be done, you know? Yeah, he the type that would commit suicide. You know, these types, you know, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. You know, yeah, he's that type. He can dish it out, but can't take it. Curly 73. What's up? Curly. I like, you know what? I like those sites that with those girls have anytime they have those sites that show curly. I follow a lot of those on Instagram. I like those sites with the show like curly hair and stuff like that, like natural girls and all that kind of stuff. I follow those type of sites a lot, those type of accounts. Yeah. Golden Melanin. Jerry Lee, what up? We got a new member on the channel, fam. Antonio Dumas. New member, what up? Show Antonio some love, fam. The newest member to the Willie D Live channel. Who was that? Mark? Mark, how you say Mark? Mark Mahicha? Mark Mahika? Is that Mahika? Mahika. Cha. No, that's Cha. I think it's Mark Mahicha. Mahika. Mahicha. No, I bet it's Maricha. That's how, you know, when you start speaking on Spanish names and stuff, man, you got to put a little, got to put some in it, you know? Y'all know what I'm talking about. KK, what up? Sean Lunatic. Serena in the building. Serena, San Diego. Wait a minute, did I get it right? Santiago. Am I saying, did you say it was Santiago or Santiago? I think she said Santiago. Santiago. Okay. What's up, Willie Ferguson? Karen Kimbrough. Yes. Tanaya Marie, what's up? What up, Danny? Ooh, man, fam. Man, y'all don't understand. Well, y'all understand shit. We're going through the same thing. Y'all get it. Ain't no way that you got a conscience and you don't feel this. You didn't feel something. You don't feel something, you know? Like, damn, man, you know, like out of all the ways for a person to lose their life, and then, like I say, you know, they're so bold with it. They just feel like they're gonna get away with it. That this dude is people all around just filming this clown. Everybody filming, just filming. You know, and this fool is like hands in pockets, foot on neck, in front of everybody, and just, and like what? Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. I'm a white cop. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Let me tell you something, fam. I think that white people should be profiled. I don't think white dudes should be able to be cops. I mean, that'll automatically eliminate all this killing all these unarmed killings of black people, that'll get rid of it 99%. Get rid of all white cops. Because you can't just say, get rid of white cops in the black neighborhoods, because the white cops is just wait till black people leave the white neighborhoods. I mean, they just wait till black people cross the line and kill them in the white neighborhoods or kill them in the mixed-use neighborhoods. So that's not gonna stop them from killing if they stop working in the black neighborhoods. That's not gonna stop them from killing. It don't stop them from profiling, pulling people over on the highway. And if you notice, fam, you don't see a lot of police killings on the highway. Why is that? Why is it that you don't see a bunch of police killings like on the actual highway? They're in the hoods. They're doing their killings, you know, because that's where they go. That's the battleground for them. They going at like battle, like, you know, this is where they can go in, and they have little to no respect for the community, right? So they don't care. They start in there shooting everything, and people getting hit, kids get hit, kick in a door, kill an old lady, kill an old man. They don't give a damn because they don't have no respect for the community, period. But it's safer for them to go into the community and do their killing. Because they kill out there on that street, then, okay, everybody got to see it now. You know, now they didn't put the killing on Front Street. Also, you got more cameras. You got cameras everywhere on the highways. So they don't kill, if you notice, they don't kill gang members. Why is that? When last time you said, okay, yo, police killed the gang member? Oh, you know. Nah, fam. No, they go out there and kill people who got productive lives. People who are actually doing something with their life. They're going to school. They're going to work every day. They got family. You know, they got children. They're married. You know, they're doing something with their lives constructive. These are the black people that they're killing. This is part of their jealousy. Yeah. Yeah, this is what they're doing, fam. You know, and I guess, you know, it's two reasons why they're not out there messing with the gang member. You know, number one is, you know, the gang members bust back. Two, they figure like, well, you know, we just let them take each other out. They're gonna handle each other for us. They're gonna do our dirty work for us. Them fools gonna kill each other. And it's working like a charm. That part is. Now, with all this killing, how is it that you continue to have all of this representation? Not just blacks, not just black people, but white people who say that they're good, God-fearing, loving, caring community activists and politicians. I'm here for the people. How are they able to continue with all this killing? And these elected officials ain't doing nothing about it. They can stop this shit tomorrow, today. Why aren't they stopping it? They can pass a law for everything else. You do this. I remember when we had Hurricane Harvey in Houston, and people were robbing people's homes when, you know, their houses were getting flooded. They were going in robbing people's homes, and some of them were committing armed robberies. Yeah, like robbing people on site. They passed a law overnight to give you up to a life sentence for taking advantage of people in crisis situations. This is what your elected officials did. And then they started prosecuting just like that. Prosecuting people, locking them up, made an example out of them just like that. They can do it. Now, why aren't they doing it? They're in on the program. They all part of the program. The police doing their bidding. That's why they're not doing anything about it. Oh, and the rest of them are cowards. So they either all the way in with it or they're cowards. All bark, no bite. Toothless. Cowards. Joseph Brown, what up? Got that right. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Appreciate you, Joe. It's just the beginning. Carl Simmons coming through on the Cash App. Cynthia Banks coming through on the Cash App. Dorothy Edwards coming through on the Cash App. Michael Traven coming through on the Cash App. Darlene Austin coming through on the Cash App. Steve Garcia coming through on the Cash App. Tyrone Gates coming through on the Cash App. And Eugene Williams coming through on the Cash App. Appreciate y'all, fam. Wow. What's up, Deborah Miller? I love the skin I'm in. Mark. Police are modern day thugs. Blue thugs. Yeah, they modern day. They're modern day thugs, but they're also historical thugs. Whole concept of policing. Foundation is thuggery. Was never even made. It was never even made for good intention. The whole idea of policing was never, it never had good intentions behind it. How is it that people get pulled over by the police and they're more afraid of the police than they are of a common criminal? And I know I had to think about saying it before I said it, but you know, because the police are common criminals too. So, you know, the common civilian criminal, I got to make a distinction between civilian because the police are common criminals also. So that I just basically answered my own question that I posed a few days ago about how, you know, how Black people need to treat the police like they would treat a Black person who violate them, right? But if you notice, the police, they killing Black people who they not really killing no get down type Black people. They killing Black people who wouldn't really retaliate against Black people. You know, they really killing Black people. They killing, if you look at the families, look at a lot of these families of the people that they kill. And they're really not people who, for the most part, I'm sure that, you know, it's some rider somewhere, but for the most part, the families ain't really comprised of, you know, them boys that'll rock you, you know. It really ain't comprised, it really ain't made up like that. It really ain't got them type of dudes in the family. So it's like they're profiling the Black people that they kill. Because it's certain people you're not gonna just be able to kill and ride off into the sunset. It's just gonna be certain people that the prosecutor ain't gonna be able to help you out on. The union ain't gonna be able to help you. You know, they ain't gonna be able to help you. They're very particular about the type of black people they kill. Billy Ray, what up? Rodney Hammond. Yeah, Jim Diva. Yeah, we're gonna cover that young lady who was killed in Colombia. You know, the girl who was killed in Colombia. Because I got something to say about the way the news is speaking on her. Specifically CBS News. You know, they called the girl a young woman. She's 15 years old. She's a girl. If you notice, when white boys kill, or even white girls kill, they say girls. They never call them a young lady. They don't never call them young woman, young lady, young. They don't use no type of term like woman. They let you know, they remind you that this is just a little girl. This is just a girl. This is a baby. Well, why would they do that? Because they want to remind you that they want to leave the door open for empathy. You know, it's a kid. Perhaps this kid just made a mistake. This kid was misguided. And the kid followed the wrong person. They, just got caught up, and, they had a mental issue. They mind wasn't fully developed, didn't really understand what they were doing. It's a kid. They never use the words like young. They don't even say young men. When white boys are young and they kill, they say boys. They be 19, they be 25 years old. Talking about boy. The boys were this, and the boys. Not all the time, but y'all know it's been a number of times where I cover a lot of this news stuff, and I've seen it a whole lot of times where they call them boys and girls. But we got a 15-year-old girl that was murdered, and they call her a young woman. They do that intentionally. Man, the news, mainstream news ain't shit. That's why I'm going to keep on slamming it down their throat like I was going to say Barkley, but Barkley a clown. He's a tap dancing, a tap dancing machine, like you put a key in his back and turn, he just start dancing. He one of them types. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna continue to shove it down their throats. Shop Local says, look, man, if you come over here and you sound ignorant, I'm gonna call you out. Shop Local says 75 years is bait click. First of all, it's called clickbait, not bait click. Talking about it, he'll get 15 to 20 years. I don't know if maybe it's your first time on here or something, bro, but If it was clickbait, I'd tell you straight up it's clickbait. But 75 years is not clickbait because that's what he qualifies for, up to 75 years. So when somebody is speaking the truth or just putting a fact is not clickbait. All right? This is a fact. Man, where they come from, bro? Where they get them from? Jonathan Simmons, newest member to the Willie D Live channel. Show Jonathan some love, fam. Give him a big Willie D Live welcome. Jonathan, what's up, Jonathan? Appreciate you. Brett Alston. Rodney Hammond. Gail Jones. What's up, Gail? Black cops ain't the worst ones. Black cops ain't the ones out here killing black people. White cops are. You know, black people, I understand the frustration with the black cops because they could be doing more. I understand the frustration, but don't ever say that. Black cops there ain't no way black cops worse. Ain't no black cops out here gunning black folks down left and right. You know, making children orphans. You know, destroying families. These white cops are doing that. Let's call it what it is. It ain't it's the white cops and a few other types, but majority of them, 99% of them white. That's who doing all the killing. That's why white cops should not be cops. They should not allow white dudes to be cops, period. It's too risky. It's too risky. Yeah. Nah, they should not be cops. They're the one, they are responsible for all these hashtags, the white cops. They're responsible. Raindrops, what's up? So here's the thing, fam. Like, you know, these white cops out here doing all this killing. You know, if they would, let's say, if they would have had, if let's say, Chinese dudes was out here killing everybody. Let's say Chinese cops was killing white people left and right. How many Chinese people do you think would be on the force? How many Chinese? How many Asians? How many Asian people do you think would be on the force if Asian people were out here killing white folks? How many Asians do you think would be on the police force in the United States of America? It'd be like one in a little small town with two cops. It's time to get rid of white police officers. Straight up. Straight up. Too big of a risk. It's a hazard to public safety. Too big of a risk. Black mama. Black mama, I see you. Appreciate you. Yeah. Black cops might be out here. They might be out here stealing. They might be planting dope. You know, they may be doing a lot of things, but they ain't killing black people. Not like these white cops are doing. White cops killing. Tanya Moore, newest member to the Willie D. Live channel, fam. Show us some love. Tanya Moore. Appreciate you, Tanya. Man, these white cops, some of these white cops are being recruited straight from the KKK, straight from the skinheads and Proud Boys. Man, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the police, these police departments, get recommendations from these white supremacist type groups. I wouldn't be surprised if they were getting recommendations. You know how if you used to work over here for somebody, you worked at this place, and they give you a recommendation for employment. I wouldn't be surprised if they was getting recommendations for employment at the police stations, at these police departments. Asa amen. Or is that amen? Asa amen. Or amen. Amen. Hey, what's up? Uprise. What's good, Woozy? Is that Sharon Wilson? Is that Sharon or Sherwin? Sherwin. Sharon. Sharon, yeah, that's got to be Sharon. Sharon Wilson. Good point. Was that Hashir? H for Hashir. Yeah, that's a good point. They should go back in Chauvin's record. Everybody that every black person he ever arrested, they need to let them go. Because I'm sure if he just straight up and killed somebody like that, he straight up and killed that man the way he did, man, there ain't no telling what other type of criminal acts this dude has participated in. You don't commit your first crime, in front of everybody with people filming, like just kill somebody like that. That's never gonna be your first crime. So, and he was a police officer all that time. Man, can you imagine how much other stuff he's done? Shaheem Queens, the newest member to the Willie D Live channel. Show him some love, fam. Shaheem Queens. Appreciate you, homie. Rodney Hammond says, nah, protesting won't solve the problem, but it does draw attention to the problem. But yeah, protesting is just one level. I think personally, all of it is needed. You know, on all levels. That like you that you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Everything, you know, you can start with the protesting, but it's other stuff that can be done, and everybody got a role. You know, it's all kind of things that can be done to get justice. You know, everybody got a role. You know, yeah, you got protesting, you got boycotting. All of it is effective, but you got to do it all. You can't just protest. Protest long enough because they'll sit back and laugh at you. You know, so you got protesting, you got boycotting, you got organizing, you got people that's buying supplies, you got people donating money, people that provide transportation, people that are information agents, infiltrators. You know, you got riders, riders. Yeah, you know, so you got all kinds. You know, you got people that sit back, strategize. You know, you got the wise ones who would say, you know, look, you know, they're there, you know, to, you know, they're there in an advisory capacity. You know, yeah, everybody got a role. You know, all of it work. But with protesting alone ain't gonna do it. That's guaranteed. That's protesting alone is totally ineffective. You jump out there protesting and you ain't got nothing to back it up, and people out there laughing. You be out there target practice. Fiasco, show Fiasco some love, fam. The newest member to the Willie D Live channel. Show love, Fiasco. If they would take these white cops away, watch how fast things would change. Absolutely. They need to get rid of the white cops. Period. They cause too much trouble. They're too much. The they're it is not worth it. They're just not worth it. Go find something else to do. You know, go become a park ranger or something. Nah, y'all need to be nowhere near parks. Be out there beating up people at the park, shooting people at the park, bird watching. You don't need to be nowhere around. No white dude should have no guns. No white dude should be working in a capacity where they can use a gun. No. Hell no. Harry Canuck, the newest member to the Willie D Live channel. To the Willie D Live channel. Show love, fam. Harry Nuck. Harry Canuck. K Nuck. If he's a rapper, that would be your name. K Nuck. What's up, Lisa? Lisa Phelps. My guess is that they'll give him 20 years. James Miles, what's up? God first. Joshua Pearson. Yeah, they're everywhere, man. They all in the military. There's so many racist cops in the military, racist white cops in the military, racist white cops on the force. Yeah, that's why a lot of them make the transition so easy. When they leave the military, they easily become cops because they get to keep on killing people. They like killing. You know, it's a big, that killing part is a big part of why they take the job. Keep in mind, fam, some of these dudes are low life in society. They bottom feeders. Nobody likes them. They can't get girls. Even when they get a girl, they gotta find somebody they can beat up, or you know, they end up with somebody who they end up running behind, like Robert De Niro did in Casino. Was running behind that girl who was running behind a dope fiend. You know, that's the cops, man. They a lot of them. You know, a whole lot of them, man. It's a certain kind of mentality they have. Just low self-esteem. You know, poor communication skills. This is why they turn up so fast. They cannot hold a decent conversation. They lose it. They hear something they don't like, they just lose it. They just start just sniffing coke and all kinds, just going crazy. Like, you know, ready to fight, just like that. Coke heads, dope heads, alcoholics, you know, mental health patients running around here with guns and badges. Little Rock elevators. No Ranger Smith. All of these dudes, they being protected by, you know, demonic leadership, you know, racist. This is the only way they can get by with what they do. You gotta look at it. The problem is bigger than them. The cops ain't nothing without the permission that they get to do what they do. They just like anybody else. They want to keep their job. They want to keep that job security just like anybody else. And they are going to do anything they can do if they can get away with it. Just like most people on any kind of job. Man, you're going to do whatever you can get away with. If you know certain things ain't going to fly on your job, you're going to try to not do it. Or if you know, if you do it and you get caught, you gone automatically. Ain't no talking. You know automatically you out of there. And you might end up in jail. You know that. The cops don't have to worry about that because they have the luxury of being supervised by thugs who protect them. They kind of look out for each other. You know, all of them got to have a little dirt on each other. They damn near wouldn't even trust the next person if the next person didn't do a little dirt. You remember, I believe that was the Training Day movie where one of the guys was, the guy, I think Ethan Hawke didn't want to take the money. And Denzel was like, man, hold on. No, Ethan Hawke didn't want to smoke the, I think they was smoking some fries or something. And Ethan Hawke didn't want to smoke it. And Denzel was like, man, I can trust you. You won't smoke this. You won't hit it. You got to do something corrupt. If you for the people and you really packing fan, you really trying to do right by the people and really make a real change in society and treat people fairly, man, they like, man, if you don't get your heaven sent ass up out of here, that ain't what we do, man. This is all fake. This whole protect the public thing and, doing our duty and, blue and all that, man, you don't understand, this shit is fake by now, all this stuff, you slow for real, huh? Ha, 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 ha. They probably be laughing amongst each other, like laughing at the new guy, like, this guy, get him. They probably like, man, let me show you how this really goes. And watch this. Hey, man, didn't I tell you, shut up? Stop talking to me. Get the hell out of here. Kick him in there. That's what they do. Yeah, that's what they do. Bullies. Classic bullies. Protected by bullies. Bullies and gangsters. Protected by bullies and gangsters. Yeah. You don't like what I'm saying? Prove me wrong. Show me evidence of a police department with an outstanding public record. You can't find one in America. You can't find one. And the super sad part about it all, fam, they're proud to be uncivilized. They're proud to be a gang of thugs. They're proud of it. Y'all say we got a troll in the comments? Point them out. Let's get them. Let's get them, Earl. I like to locate the troll before I go. Robin, justice has not been served yet. He's been found guilty. Let's see what kind of time he gets. And then let's see if the time sticks. Then justice will be served. Gwendol Stennis. What's up? Appreciate you. Gwendol Stennis coming through on the Cash App. Glenn Simpson. I think that's a perfect note to end on. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Till next time, fam. Y'all take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. Tomorrow, I will be covering the young girl the 15-year-old girl who was murdered in Columbus, Ohio, just about 20 minutes before the Derek Chauvin verdict came in. Yeah, that's how they get down, fam. Jay, what's up, Jay? That's how they get down. I wouldn't be surprised if they were watching the verdict right before they shot her. Go DJ Haka. Who is that? Is that Haka? Hake? Sorry if I mispronounced your name, buddy. Haka. Haka. I think that's Haka. Yeah. Appreciate you, fam. Until next time, fam. Hey, take care of yourself out there. Derek Jelks just came through on the Cash App. Appreciate you. Man. Well, we got some hell of a years ahead of us. Like, this country is about to be seriously tested. Till next time, fam, no more talk.